Hey, welcome to Dice Revolution, the D&D 5e stream here, somewhere. So greetings. I'll be your DM, and I'll be introducing you to the players now. So we have Romy, Olivia, Tatwa, Jordan, and Devon. Before we jump in, I'm going to quickly get everyone to announce what character they're playing, name, race, class, and maybe like how much D&D you played before this and how comfortable you are with it. So Romy, take us away.
Hello. My name is Robbie. My character is Luft. She is a very curious air genasi. She is also an artificer. This is only my second campaign, so I'm probably going to ask a few questions and be very unsure and forget about things, but that's fine. It's all part of the fun.
No, it's Olivia.
Hello, I am Olivia, and I will be playing Trey, the Tiefling Paladin. Prior to this campaign, I haven't really played a lot, so I'm also kind of new to the whole D&D world, but enthusiasm is key, so yeah.
Castle?
I am playing Calithil Hormea, a half-elf warlock. He was born and raised in a pretty indoctrinated into some unhealthy beliefs, and now he's just happy to be free and explore the world.
Jordan?
My name is Jordan. I will be playing Tywin Sureshot, and I am a ranger who was once the greatest ranger in the world, but was injured on his right hand, and now has to reclaim the title of greatest ranger.
Hi, I'm Devon. I play Nivara Anastasia, the lovely elf rogue. Previous to this, I was just a guest and just campaigns with friends, so I'm really excited to be in a full campaign.
Hell yeah.
It should be said, this is session 1. There will be some technical difficulties. You will see them later. We are down a player over there. We just have Hamish as a ghost, and we will be losing Romy around 7 o'clock, which is okay.
Sorry, dudes.
We'll make do. Let me see.
Fine. Luft is just going to take a really fat nap. Really big nap.
You have no idea. Bear with us on the technical difficulties. Let us know what we can fix for next time. It will be a vibe. I promise. Without further ado, let's get going. Okay. So first off, we did have a little session 0 last week. You can check that out. It's on the channel. Everyone can mark off a long rest.
Sick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tree.
We
Oh, thank God.
Okay, so you guys find yourself in the town of Aspen on the banks of the Aspen River. It's a small town, mainly known for its fishing, a bit of mining. It's got maybe a population of a few hundred people. There are no like big tall buildings here. They're like all shacks hobbled together. Very homely sort of vibe. You've been here for a bit. Tywin in particular had been interested in a man known as Samuel and had been hunting him down with the rest of the party. Luft wasn't here, but this morning you find yourself waking up in this town not quite remembering where you were before this, but now you're here and you're amongst friends, namely Trey and Calithil. So you wake up in the tavern. What would you like to do? And also, for the viewers, do you want to describe what you look like?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
You know what? For anyone who knows the singer Aurora and has seen Atlantis and knows the character Kita, just fuse those two together and you've got her but with blue skin. But basically, she has blue skin, white hair. She's got a few yellow markings all over her, as well as her air symbol tattoos. She's got really choppy hair. She's about 15, so she's tiny.
Can I
She's
also
little.
get you to make a wisdom saving throw?
Oh yes, of course. Here we go. Oh, I don't have any modifiers in. That's a 3.
As you wake up,
Oh,
you go into a sudden state of shock, realizing that you can't breathe, and so you start when you can't breathe, you start grabbing your face, and you think you're covered in some sort of mask, like a metallic mask is on your face, but after a few attempts at patting at your face, suddenly it's not there and it just gives way to skin.
Can you? Does anyone else have that?
have luck.
Can you? Okay, so Luft also has a companion called Solix, who she basically made. There's a cute little robot. She'll basically grab him. Solix, what was that just now? I don't know what happened. Did you guys feel that?
Solix looks at you and is like, no. No.
Feel what?
I felt like I had a mask on my face. I
Had
couldn't
that last
breathe.
night.
So did I.
Also, for the two of you, it's strange because you spent like an entire like day or two yesterday and the day before hunting the Samuel guy, and Luff was never there, but now she is, and it's like she's always been there.
By the way, where did you come from?
That's a really good question. I don't know. How have you guys been?
Great.
I mean, yeah, existing.
This
Doing
entire
the
world
things.
has been strange since last yesterday.
Last yesterday.
That's a real time.
Yes.
But no, so Luft is just gonna nod. She starts brushing her hair. She's just listening to you guys talk at this
Right.
point. She doesn't know where she is.
So,
Where are we?
for the viewers, do you two want to describe what you look like one at a time?
Okay, I'll go first. I'm a half elf. I have like tan, coppery skin, grey hair, amber, golden eyes. The hair kind of messy and like almost looks like it was very badly razor cut because he does it himself.
I love that.
Yeah, I have a black cat with a white tip on his tail, it's like a mess to take care of, and yeah, that's mostly it.
So Trey is a 6'1" tiefling, midnight purple skin. Her eyes are black in the center, and it like kind of gradiates out to grey. One of her horns sticks upwards, and then her other horn kind of looks like it's been manipulated, like bent downwards into a spiral. She has this really tight top knot bun where it's been laced with vines and flowers, as well as her horns, and then one of her arms. And then on her other arm, she has a tattoo in Infernal. The most important thing to know about Trey is she has a pet chicken named Chicken. So the chicken just kind of follows Trey around aimlessly, but it's a good time with the same.
It's not the Moana chicken.
We now turn to a human man, beaten, bruised from yesterday's activities.
Yes.
Jordan, would you like to introduce your character?
Tywin is a 6-something man. He's tall. That's all you need to know.
Big
With very sort of rough features. Always has stubble. Always stands up straight, and he's got a bandage wrapped around his right hand, represented by a glove today. And he is sort of constantly looking down on people. So he wakes up, I assume, in the tavern?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of looking down on people, sorry, I realised I didn't mention. Luft is 4'9". And, yeah. Continue.
So I wake up. So with Samuel, Samuel got away.
Indeed, he did.
He disappeared because he had some sort of shadow powers.
That's what you deduce, yes.
Yes.
Some sort of shadow manipulation, teleportation.
Okay. And so I didn't get my mark. So I wake
Seems
up.
you have a nemesis, bud.
Sorry?
Seems you have a nemesis, bud.
I better write him down.
The
then.
DM has declared the nemesis.
And I assume I'm in the room alone.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Didn't bring anyone back with me.
Oh yeah, because you're not in with us.
So I will.
Who carried Trina back, by the way? Was it you? I think it was you. No, sorry, not Trina.
Yeah,
Trey.
yeah.
Trey, my bad.
Trey.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe I would have carried Trey back. Not Trina.
Sorry, so you're
Sorry.
not in the same room as us.
No.
You're okay, cool. Yeah.
So I wake up and. Oh, God. And then I walk out and walk straight down to the bar.
Mhm.
I look around. Is there anyone that I recognize there?
Are you down there?
Yeah, I would have like.
Yeah.
gone
Do you want to
upstairs.
tell the viewers what your character is like?
Nivara is 5'5". She's a very slim, curved figure. You know, like fitting for her job. She's always very elegant and like well kept. Her hair. She has light blue skin and like long, dark blue, flowy hair that she keeps in like a half up hairstyle. She wears like a pink dancer's outfit, long skirt, short top. And although it looks very unpractical for a rogue, she does have hidden compartments in her clothes because she very much likes to steal. She does have occasional jewelry like a diamond necklace, a sapphire ring, maybe other bits of jewelry.
No worries. So yeah, you see
I
Nivara.
see Nivara. Trying to remember. Okay, we made up. It's fine. I walk over to Nivara. Well, actually, no. I walk to the barmaid first.
If I remember correctly, yes, it was a middle-aged elven woman. She greets you. Hi, yes, what can I give you?
Good morning. What
You look
time
worse
is
for
it?
wear. About 10 in the morning?
Okay. All right. Not normally up this early.
Are you okay?
Yes. Rough night.
Right.
Can I get 2 beers, thanks?
Oh, of course. That would be
Morning.
2 silver.
2 silver. Good, easy. I grab the 2 beers
Yep.
and... Wait, was she saying something?
No.
Okay, good. I pick up the 2 beers, I walk over to Nivara's table. The classic, slide across one of the beers to Nivara. Nivara,
Hey.
how are you holding up after yesterday?
It hurts, but I'll be okay. How are you doing? You look terrible.
Thanks.
It looks like someone curb stomped your hand, the broken one.
I'm not doing excellent, and honestly, I'm a little pissed off that we let Samuel get away. I don't let too many targets get away.
I know.
I'm used to taking them out in one shot, you know? Most people go down after one crossbow bolt to the head.
Yeah. It's a shame though. You don't know how badly I want to curb stomp the little shit after what he did, but I suppose we'll have to make do.
Yeah.
That got dull.
Well,
As long as you're doing okay.
I think today I'm gonna go talk to his father. Since I talked to his father before, and his father insisted we not kill him, and that's the only reason we're tying him up.
Yeah, I think it's best as well. You know. It's good that those people came and helped us.
I
And
forgot which people came and helped us. Oh, the people who thought I was a king? Is that who you're talking about?
Yes. And Trina.
And Trina.
And Trina.
Notably, Trina's voice is very unmistakable. It's missing from the
Yes,
general
that's
din
what I
of
was-
existence.
I was about to point out. I notice I don't hear any annoying, loud southern accents around here, other than my own.
Yeah, I
Honesty.
don't seem to hear Trina's lovely sleep voice.
I suppose we have a different read on the situation.
Maybe.
Well, I don't know if she moved on. Barkeep,
Yes.
did you see? You would know who Trina is, the person who's been yelling in a.
Oh,
in a
that
southern
one.
accent.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm well aware of her.
Did she come in here last night?
Yeah, she was with that tall tiefling.
Right. Do you know if she left this morning at all?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Are the 3 of you all together, like in the same room?
I
Well,
assume so.
So you notice as you're having this general conversation, there's just
Just power brushing her hair.
there's your door, then there's your bed, and on the other side of the bed, you see an unmistakable red dress, just like. So you see a pair of legs and a red dress just off the edge of over the other side of the bed.
Trey, it's the lady! And looked immediately Luft immediately goes and like jumps behind Trey. She's like, it's her. It's the crossbow lady.
Trey's gonna pick up a javelin and just like poke from.
No response.
I try to mentally talk to her, like
The
Your
message
Majesty,
does not the message does not land. Not you try to send it out. Not only do you not get a response, it never gets to its destination.
Trey is going to walk over and just. What's going on? She's just gonna.
It's unmistakably Trina, but she's passed out cold on the ground.
Luft is clutching Solix and sitting on the bench. He's like, she.
Trey, what do you see? Who is that? Why are they in a room?
It's that Trina chick.
The crossbow lady.
Crossbow lady.
Right, that.
The one that thought Socks was a king?
Socks is a king.
Wait,
Yeah.
Socks is a king?
Yeah.
No, not literally, but.
Yeah,
Socks
literally.
is a queen, actually.
Socks,
Socks
is
is
a
royalty.
girl?
Is Socks a girl?
Luft is having multiple realizations.
Socks is a girl, right?
Socks is a girl, yes. The IRL Socks is, and that's who it's based on, so the D&D Socks is also. For context, Socks is the cat, written by Caliphil.
Socks is a queen.
The Socks is a queen.
Yes, queen.
But yeah, so Luft is like, is she dead?
Can Trey make some sort of like medicine
Yeah,
check
make
to
a medicine
see
check.
what the condition?
You can have advantage because the two of them would probably be vibing and helping out.
Well, that's a nat 20.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. Definitely unconscious, but there's one thing that concerns you. The heartbeat is very, very, very slow. Like, dangerously so. Like, it's like... dum-dum, dum-dum.
Wow, so
Trey
she
is
pretty much should
immediately
be
going to pick up Tarina's body and just bolt downstairs.
I'm following you.
Where are you going?
Chicken pats after...
Chicken! So Luft goes and runs after Chicken and Trey. Callie.
Yeah, I'm following.
She grabs Callie's
Okay.
wrist.
Solid's on the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
It's just a train. It's like...
Yeah.
It's a...
Oh
It's
no, he floats.
Oh, Trey with Trina, then the chicken, then Luft, then Solix, then Cal, then Socks.
Clutching Callie's wrist.
It's a train.
It's a train.
We will. Oh! That's my next thing.
Continue.
Information. Yes. So you've run.
So yeah, Trey's immediately heading downstairs and heading out the door because she's just going to look for the nearest doctor.
The nearest doctor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we burying her? Is she dead?
Like, she's got a heartbeat still, but I don't know what this is.
Okay.
As you run downstairs, you see the
alive.
two of them, and the two of them, you see the four of them.
Carrying Trina.
No, it's these guys.
What's
We're
going
not
on?
here.
Do I know you? Hello?
Do I
We've
know
got
you?
no time
No,
to
you don't.
stop.
We don't? Okay, bye! Luft.
As we pass by, I'm like, Your Majesty, your friend needs help.
There's so much royalty here today.
He's not actual royalty, but I'm just making fun of him.
But we don't know them. Isn't that rude?
I know him
Oh.
a little. We met yesterday. He's kind of annoying.
Stop talking. We gotta go.
Oh my
What are the two of you doing?
Drinking to cope.
Okay.
I look Tywin directly in the eyes, I get up, and I follow.
Nivara, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, we had so much fun yesterday. I want to see what happens next.
Well, we still got the Samuel lead to track down.
I hesitate for a moment. Yeah, you're right, and I go and I sit back.
Okay, so the three of you are taking Trina with your companions to find some sort of doctor. Okay, you don't know this town very well, so can I get you to make an investigation check?
Okay. Well, that is a 19.
Okay, doesn't take you too long. Again, it's not a big town. You can ask around really quickly, be like, "We've got someone dying here."
Oh, Trey would be using like thaumaturgy to like
Oh, yeah, that's right.
cascade her voice across the town. Just a doctor.
So yeah, you're eventually redirected to a temple of sorts. It's a small stone building with with like golden trim on the archway. It's not got no like door. It's just like an open, like walk in, come in, everyone's welcome sort of vibe. So you carry the body in. You are greeted by a very, very young, about Luft's age, young human girl, and she greets you like. She points at the audience. Oh my god! What?
Help! I don't know what's going on.
Okay, she rushes towards the like statue in the center. It's not a god any of you would recognize.
Even if we have.
Religion proficiency.
Oh yeah,
So-
if you're proficient in religion,
I'm
make a
also.
check. Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm not proficient.
If you're
no.
proficient
Sorry,
in
no,
religion,
no,
then make a
I'm
check.
not proficient.
That's bad.
That's it.
Well, it's definitely a statue.
21.
That is a statue of Rix, the god of the Aether. Well, he's connected to the Aether.
Oh.
Yes. You don't know much about the Aether or the shard, the mysterious kind of thing that collided with the planet.
Yeah.
But you know that Rix is a deity associated with the Aether.
Right.
And that's probably the extent of your knowledge with the 21.
Okay.
So yeah, you're greeted by a elderly woman. The younger girl goes, "Mum, they've got a," and she just gestures like, kind of lost for words.
Please help. I don't know what
Okay,
happened.
so the old woman is.
Oh. I realized something I should have clarified with the people watching. Sorry, I'm not meaning to interrupt things. So Luft is actually mute. Any kind of talking you hear
Oh, yeah, that's right.
coming from her is actually coming from Solix. So if Solix is ever powered down, she is only using sign language.
The only person who can understand sign language is you.
Yeah, and only so from that point on, anything I actually like say will only be heard by Trey if Solix is shut down.
So the elderly woman looks at you confused and just gestures towards like a kind of like a mattress on the ground laid out for ill people. So and just
Gently
lay it
places Trina down.
and raises like her hands in kind of like this sort of motion over her heart, and you see a red glow emanate from the lower hand, and
Luft is watching really intently.
her eyes also go red and start glowing, just like probably the microphone there. And she just focuses for a while, and you hear an audible gasp at one point. And then the elderly woman comes out of her like state or whatever you want to call it, and looks at you. She's not dying, but she is ill. She needs a lot of rest.
Oh.
It might be best if you left her here in our care.
Oh.
It is up to you. Do you know her well?
No.
Do you know how? Do you know what she? Do you know if she's? Do you know what she'd want in case of death?
Bury her with a crossbow.
Maybe we should go ask Tywin.
Yeah.
Trina's
They
close
seem
to
to be good
Tywin,
points.
you know.
Who's
Maybe
Tywin?
Is
That
Tywin
King
The king.
is Tywin next of kin?
The not royalty man.
Yeah.
As far as we know, yes.
Okay.
Put him down as a yes.
Okay.
And bury her with the crossbow.
Yeah. The crossbows.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay, I got proficiency in persuasion.
She's very attached to this item.
You can do it with advantage.
Oh, with advantage.
You can
Good.
do it with advantage.
8.
Yes. I will do that.
Luft nods emphatically and turns away.
Well done. Well done. Well done.
Let's go. Where's the Kingman? Kingman!
No, we're just gonna go back to the bar.
Okay.
The inn, okay?
Okay.
We don't need to be screaming Kingman. We don't need it, you know.
Is he bad?
No, I don't think so. He just doesn't like it to be called a king because I don't think he is a king.
Oh.
He had a target when we saw him.
Yeah,
I don't
and
know
So
whether
he's a hitman.
Jesus Christ, this voice is getting out of control.
we'll talk on the way. Let's just go to the inn, talk to Tywin, see what we can find
Okay,
for
alright.
information for
Mhm.
Okay.
So
Luft
yeah, so you're
clutches
leaving the body
Solix
there?
to her chest.
For now, yes.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, what are you guys doing? And so I assume you're heading back to the tavern?
Yes.
While all of that mayhem is happening, what are you guys doing?
If Tywin doesn't want to specifically talk to me, I'd be talking to the people in the bar, meeting new people.
Yeah. Who was there today? Right. Let's find out. Okay, so the twins that were there yesterday, the dwarven twins are there, and you have a halfling there as well. A female halfling just sitting there, probably going at it hard with like spirits. It's like 10:30, 11, but she's going hard at it with the spirits.
Sorry.
If it's just them, are we talking to the girl who's drinking more spirits?
Yeah. What do you want?
I'm just gonna say, damn, baby, you're going hard with the spirits this early in the morning. I mean, I'm not one to judge, but usually I like to keep that until nighttime.
Listen, you doll. I'll do what I want. You do you.
I know. But, listen, if you're gonna go hard this early in the morning, do you need a friend?
Honestly, no. So
Alright.
it's been nice. It's been nice knowing you.
Yeah, have a good one. Just,
Yeah.
if you need help, here.
I got your hand.
Yeah. And I just kind of muttered to myself as I leave, like, damn, this place sucks. Like, no one comes here.
People are
But,
wow.
I met more interesting people at my old job. Fucking hell. You just kind of.
God, this job doesn't even give you retirement benefits. Does it have a dental plan?
I get
Yeah,
dental.
I kind of just
They don't.
dejectedly just slump back in the chair with Tywin
Yeah.
and go, fucking, I hate it here.
Tell me about it.
I have not met anyone who is interesting, cute, or funny. While
I mean, she's pretty cute, but also she doesn't want to talk to you.
she's, yeah.
She's also off her ass
Since
drunk.
since I left the city, like, anyone who's cute doesn't want to talk to me. Anyone funny doesn't want to talk to me. Anyone interesting,
She's having a breakdown.
non-existent.
Listen, if you live your life looking for that shit, you're never gonna find it. You're gonna either let it come to you or not give a shit.
In places like this, I've got to start looking for the action. Because obviously it's not coming to me.
Wisdom 20.
I don't think there is any action in this fucking town.
Yeah, except for that stupid fucking Samuel.
That fucking Samuel.
Yeah.
Fuck Samuel.
Yeah, fucking Samuel. No, Tywin, I'm sorry. It's cool.
Not safe for work, y'all.
I'm gonna finish off my beer.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just gonna keep drinking and stop talking.
Yeah. We'll share a silence of like
Yeah.
a silence that says "fuck Samuel" as
Yeah.
like an undertone.
A moment of silence.
Can we get a moment of silence for Samuel?
Just
Can I have you make a perception check?
oh, things off. Ooh, that's not looking good. That would be a 6.
Okay. A few minutes pass, nothing really interesting happening, but then you take a cursory glance back at the woman and you catch her gaze, and she just gives you a subtle wink, and then goes back to drinking.
And I just go back to Samuel and go, you know what? I think this sounds pretty good.
Horny on main. Horny on main.
I don't know.
Outcome looking unlikely. Magic 8 ball. Anyway,
Drink the 8-ball juice.
Drink the 8 ball juice.
Make your own luck. Sorry, continue.
I think with all of that happening, I think these three arrive at Trina's this time to the tavern where you two are.
I'm gonna start heading over to their table, stop, walk to the barmaid and request 2 beers.
Yeah, 2 beers? Yeah, that'll be 2 silver.
Yeah. And then take the beers to their table and put one at to each of them and sit down.
Oh, it's you guys again. Hello.
Luft just sort of appears from behind Trey, but she doesn't say anything.
Man, where'd you learn that trick? That's something my daddy taught me.
Drinks?
What?
Every time you sit at a table, you make sure you have drinks for everyone sitting at the table.
It's a polite
I
thing.
don't have a drink. Luft just looks at you and goes,
Box of apple juice.
Just we'll learn it later, okay? Just right now.
Alright, I take the beer and I go, alright, you've earned a bit of my time, what do you want?
First of all, I just want to thank you for.
If this is something that has a first of all, that means there may be too many
just
things.
Relax. Okay? Just relax. It's going to be short, sharp, simple. Thanks for
isn't
bringing
so far.
me back.
Okay.
2. How much do you know about Trina?
About Trina.
Yeah.
I know so much about Trina.
Yeah.
I
How
know
does
she's
she
a
wanna
pain in
go
my
when
ass.
she dies?
Let's
Let's just say she could be currently dying right now, and if she does die,
Jesus, stop.
Why do you look happy?
if she does die, do you know how
I
she
have one of
wants
those
to go?
faces. I think she would want me to finish the job with my crossbow.
We're talking to the wrong person.
There's an old thing where I come from.
Uh-huh.
The best way to go out is by the greatest warrior you've come across.
Mm-hmm.
So Trey.
No.
Oh.
Trina is.
But
Thanks.
she's.
If there's one thing I know about
Okay.
Trina, she's constantly talked about how I am the best bowman she's ever seen, and I feel like if anything, she would want me to finish the job. Where is she?
Tywin, no, okay. Let's just,
I know we have the lead on Samuel. It's okay. We can postpone that for
Don't
now.
believe
No.
what he's saying.
let's be sensible.
So this is
Make
not.
an insight check.
Oh, can
Make a deception.
Wait,
Yeah,
can
I
we
was gonna
all?
say, I
So
should
can we
decide.
both
Trey can do it with
make?
advantage.
Okay.
We're gonna need.
Trey will do it with advantage.
Oh, okay, all right.
Oh, it didn't help. Okay.
Yeah, Luft wouldn't be questioning any of this because she doesn't
18.
know them.
Okay.
Yeah,
And yours?
A 9. Yeah.
So we should bury her with her crossbow.
No, I think
You don't. Here's the outcome of your insight check. I mean, as far as common sense go, that sounds fake, but also Tywin's pretty convincing. So it's not that you believe him, but you're convinced by what he's saying.
I mean, I'm trying to just seem a little infatuated over you, so like,
Right.
yeah, it kind of would make sense.
Mr. King, hitman.
No, just
Tywin's fine, thanks.
Okay, I'm Luft.
Nice to meet
So
you.
should we bury her with the crossbow
after you
after
finish
you've done it?
Yeah.
Where do you come from?
You don't remember.
I don't remember.
What happened
Then
to
how do you know your custom?
I don't know.
Come to think of it, none
I
of you
think-
remember where you come from.
Who am I?
No, you know like who you are. You know your identity. You just don't know where you come from, where you hail from, how you got to the town.
You know, when people get amnesia, they don't forget how to speak, even though that should be something that's in your memory, right? There's certain
Luft
things.
kind of like grabs Solix and pulls him to her chest. And she pats him on the head.
There's certain things that get ingrained in you, even when you lose your memory. I can't quite remember where I'm from, but I do remember things about where I'm from, like the
Luft.
traditions I picked up.
Okay, once you finish that, Luft makes a point. She's got her mouth completely closed, and Solix says, "Right."
Nearby is just looking at this whole interaction like, oh my fucking god, what is going
Yeah.
on? Just,
All right, I get my crossbow loaded up. Where's Trina?
No, wait.
We're in a bar.
At this time, the cleric you'd sought out earlier, she comes running after you, running into the tavern and says, that woman you left with us earlier, she blinked out of existence.
What?
What?
The body's
What?
not there.
Huh?
The body's not
What?
there.
Wh-
Who are these people? Is
Friends.
There.
That's not important, right?
I'm Nearby, it's nice to meet you.
okay.
I'm
Do you know Trina?
yes, I'm a friend of hers.
Okay.
That's
Your
the next
friends?
of kin or the next of kin.
Oh, yes,
You might
I
know
know
about
Trina.
Oh, okay.
I'm a friend.
Crossbow lady. Okay.
Um,
Are you also as scary as she is, or you don't
I,
seem it? But
I would like to hope not.
cool.
Uh,
I'm Luft.
yeah.
I'm Nearby, it's nice to meet you.
The body was there, but then it started shaking, and now it's not there. What?
What?
Indeed.
What?
Luft, you blinked into existence, so this might not be as weird as it sounds.
Oh yeah, I wasn't here this morning. Love does say this to the clerical, but like she can explain it. I wasn't here this morning.
Let's just go.
That's nice.
No, like Love turns around and like pulls at Trey's arm.
Trey's gonna stand up and just.
How did I?
I
Some people
don't.
has
It's very unheard of. People just.
well, weird things have been
Has she
happening.
done
You've
this
been hearing
before?
Voices in your head.
That's true.
Last time she died, she turned into a puddle.
That is true.
In a way.
Well,
But what's that?
okay.
I guess it is.
It
Love
was counting for them.
is just lost.
So we don't know that.
She blinked out of existence. You know, Samuel in a way blinked out of existence.
Was the bed in
Maybe
shadows?
like-
Maybe we were wrong about the shadow power
No.
thing.
The temple is very well lit.
Maybe.
Alright. Can we go to where Trina was? I want to do some investigating.
Okay, follow me. And she leads you out of the tavern.
The Tywin. We have left
It was
Tywin.
like a Tazwar and a Tywin, and I'm like, what's going on? And a tavern.
Tywin
She
House.
leads you out of the tavern and takes you to the temple of Rix, which Trey has recognized.
Just want to say, when Tywin stands up, because Luft is next to Trey, she looks at him and goes. She just sort of like sinks back a bit and skips to the other side of Trey.
It's okay. It's okay.
So on the way there, she introduces herself as Rosa. She is the local keeper of the Temple of Rix. The little girl you met was her daughter.
Okay.
And she just recounts what exactly happened. So I was trying to apply some healing magic to her, but then she started shaking. So I thought I'd stop it, as if that was affecting her in some sort of negative way. But then she just there was this loud cracking noise, and then her body had just disappeared. And
A cracking noise.
yeah, it was like and like something had snapped and then gone.
That's.
How?
That's interesting.
Does this sound any similar to how Samuel disappeared?
You didn't see Samuel disappear. You tied him up, and then you were healing near one of you guys was healing Nivara, but all of you were crowded around Nivara. And then when Tywin turned around to look at Samuel wasn't there. So you didn't hear anything either.
Wait, did you ask that out loud to her?
No, this
Oh,
was,
okay,
This is
right,
DM.
okay, cool.
She wasn't there. The Rosa wasn't there when the Samuel thing happened.
Yeah.
So, where Trina was.
Yes. So you arrive at the temple.
Yeah.
Same building as before. Beds laid out. There is one bed that she gestures to, which was about 5 to 10 feet away from the statue of Rix, and she gestures. This is where your tiefling friend had laid her down. She's not there anymore, as you can see.
Can I look around to see if there's anything left over?
Yeah. Make an investigation check.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Sure.
That's 13.
Unnatural 20.
There is a clear impression where the body had been set down. There is no belongings. There's nothing of Trina that says Trina was here.
Okay.
Arcana-wise, what was your roll? 13?
13.
If you're this is not a natural phenomenon. You know that much for
Yeah.
sure. But also your extent in Arcana, considering your skill and stuff, you don't know what sort of magic would cause this.
Right, but there's definitely magic?
Yes, it's definitely magic. You just
Okay.
don't know what sort of magic. If you had to hazard a guess, it could be some sort of altered divination or conjuration.
Okay, alright. Well, I can sense something, but I can't tell what it is. It's definitely magic.
With your unnatural 20 as well, the when you touch the mattress that she was lying on, it's unnaturally warm.
Unnaturally warm.
Yeah, it's like when you lie down and stuff, it does get warm, but it's
Even
almost
warmer.
scalding to touch.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Alright. Listen, I'm not too clever with this magic shit. frankly, magic kind of disgusts me a little bit, so I don't really go anywhere near it. I don't know what's going on here. I've got a lead to track, so I'm leaving.
Wait, but you knew
Is that
her.
lead that Samuel guy? Because I'm kind of interested in him disappearing.
Yes, it's Samuel.
Who's Samuel?
This guy he's been tracking, but he's this really powerful magician that
He
almost killed us and then
disappears
disappeared.
Oh,
Well,
he left
didn't,
too?
He didn't almost kill us. We almost killed him, but we had to stop because of his fucking
He
dad.
almost killed us, then we almost killed him, then he disappeared.
Yeah.
I
And
guess
that's
that's
How's Niavara reacting to all of this?
I'm just kind of just taking everything in, kind of looking around the temple.
Mm.
Yeah.
You can see maybe a few other people lying on a few other mattresses. Some of the other lower level clerics of the church are treating some of them, and then the young girl that I described earlier is just standing at the door, just like talking to people as they come in. Some of them come in for worship, some of them come in to meet some of the sick.
Yeah, I kind of just like let them have their conversation and then just like chime in if I need to.
Can I go up to Rosa?
Yes.
And I say, hey, a little bit of a change of subject, but have you seen a guy named Samuel around? He's like 5'9", got green eyes, got a scar on his shoulder,
Known for teleporting.
known for using some sort of shadow magic, maybe?
The merchant son, the merchant down that way.
Yes, that one.
I've heard that he's wanted. I haven't seen him, not in a very long time. No.
Do you know much about the extent of his magic?
Let's find out. You say he teleported. Do you know where he teleported from?
Yes, we were down at the docks. He was in some sort of shadow, and someone who was with us determined that perhaps he could move from shadow to shadow. I don't know how much stock to put into that opinion, but
Well, there are some forms of sorcery, sorcerous magic that allow certain creatures to teleport from shadow to shadow. There are also spells which allow a similar effect to happen.
right.
But Samuel, with that sort of magic, that seems unlike him. He was such a sweet kid.
Sorry? Am I hearing you right? He was a sweet kid.
Yeah, he was I mean, back when he was like a wee child, he was a very nice.
Okay, well, everyone's a sweet kid when they're a wee child. I'm sure Hitler was not existent in this universe. Hitler doesn't exist in this universe.
I'm sure this strange man who
I'm sure-
don't know why I know him.
Insert universe equivalent of Hitler. I'm sure Hitler.
Pow in short. Got him. No, continue.
I'm sure in-universe equivalent of Hitler was a swell guy when he was a kid.
I guess what my friend here was trying to say is that no, I don't think he's as sweet as he was when he was a child.
I haven't seen him in ages. Yeah, not for a long time.
I want to go talk to his dad.
But if you see him, just let us know, because he's not a very good child.
Okay. No, just
Thank you.
I'm storming out.
you're storming out. Okay.
Yeah.
How
Going
is storming
towards the
There goes
merchants.
Hitman.
Hitman. Da, da, da.
I just follow behind, but I'll give you one a quick like, oh, bye. So yeah, thank you.
What? Oh,
Did you wanna
maybe
follow?
we should go.
Should we?
Yeah.
Sure.
Luft was like, yeah, let's go.
If you hear anything else,
Yes.
And
You're staying at that tavern. Yeah. I'll come find. I'll come find you.
Thank you.
If you should.
and turn to me.
Luft just gives like a respectful nod and then walks away. So she's following. Yeah. So Luft is definitely going to follow you guys because if that's got relevance to where Crossbow Lady went. So
Yeah,
You're in front, following. Then the three of you
Yeah.
follow.
Yes.
I kind of turn around and go, oh, you're following too?
Guess so.
Cool, the more the merrier.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you
So
a
you head
dancer?
down to.
Because she notices her outfit. Are you a dancer?
Oh, I was.
Ooh.
Maybe one day I'll show you a cool dance I can do.
Yeah, we used to do a few back at home, but I can't really remember them anymore. Looks a little bit panicked because she suddenly realizes she's forgotten a few of them, but some she can still sort of remember.
Yeah, Nivara's eyes light up and go, oh, well, if you ever remember one, like, you have to teach me it.
She just continues to walk with her with Solix. She's just vibing.
I now have liar proficiency, but do I have a liar or?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd assume you
Oh,
have
a
one if you
liar!
Yeah.
I was like, isn't that just deception? Sorry, I heard liar's proficiency.
Yeah, I assume if you've invested the time into becoming proficient with the lyre, you bought a lyre to practice on. Because, yes, I am proficient with this now, but I don't have it. Where did I learn it?
Does that apply in this?
It's gone.
Does that apply in this session? Because I'm not sure if everyone spent their.
It's fine, it's fine. I'll allow
Okay.
Oh yeah,
it.
while
For the
we're
viewers, we are doing a bit of a modified system on the stats. Basically, the intelligence modifier allows you to learn skills faster. It's basically designed to simulate real life more, where intelligence does loosely correlate with learning skills and practicing them better and stuff like that. So yeah.
Maybe we can post a summary of it on some of our social things of
exactly.
the changes that we made. So if you're interested in that, go to our socials. It should all be on the border, all the socials that you can go to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll put them up there.
Something just died. All right. Well, we're going to take this opportunity to take a break, and we will be back in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
So just stick around, and we'll catch you soon.
and let us know if there's anything we can adjust.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Hey, welcome back from the break. Jumping right back in, you guys were headed towards Samuel's father's house, the merchant that you ran into earlier. Is that correct? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we'll pick up from...
We got the hint from Rosa to go and talk to the merchant.
No, that Tywin was doing that. It was a Tywin thing. Yeah, so, sure. So yeah, you make it there. It's a two-story brick wood composite house. Looks fairly rich, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah, you know how to do it? Yeah. You wait a while and you're greeted by a young male human in really nice looking clothes. Looks like a butler and is greets you. Hello? What can I do for you?
Hey, is the man that I spoke to the other day here?
Sure, yes. Okay, I'll ask him for him right away.
Thanks.
Yeah, and he runs upstairs, and about a few minutes later, you're greeted by the same elderly man that you'd run into earlier. Hi there, I've lost the voice. Okay. Hi there, yeah, what can I do for you? Oh, it's you. Oh, you look terrible. How was that?
I've heard that a lot today. What the fuck's up with your son?
I told you he was elusive.
Looked like she just had a bit of whiplash from that interaction.
What's the point of being cryptic about why exactly he's elusive? When I hear elusive, I think rogue. I think someone who can slip away quickly behind my back with just running. Not someone who can blend into the fucking ground.
What?
What?
I just peer over to the side. What kind of magics does your son know?
My son knows magic?
You don't know that your son knows magic?
You can make an insight check if you want to.
Okay, I'm gonna do. Yeah, Lufter's gonna make an
You
insight
can.
check.
Luft can make it an advantage, or
An advantage?
or you can both individually roll.
I'll roll
16.
Okay, 16.
6.
6. Okay, not lying.
He's telling the truth. He doesn't think his son knows magic.
So that elusive comment, that wasn't you being cheeky about...
What? Why would I lie to you? He's stealing from my own business. Why?
That's what I was coming here to ask you.
He made quite a show of magic yesterday. You sure no one knows of this?
I don't know if anyone knows of this, but I certainly don't. This is news to me.
Neva quickly interjects. Well, seeing that your son knows magic and you weren't aware of that, and that he's been stealing from your business, I want to let you know that we got into an altercation at some point, and he might have disappeared. I'm going to need a look in your son's room for clues.
Okay. Sure.
Thank you.
Uh,
Just need to make sure there isn't anything there that could be, dangerous. He might have come home without you knowing.
He gestures. Aldrich, come down. And then the butler comes down and it's like, yes, take them to Samuel's room right now.
Trey's gonna stay outside.
Okay.
Luft, out of pure curiosity, is gonna follow with them. She's gonna go inside with them.
What are you doing? You doing?
Yeah.
Follow? So you're the only one staying outside?
Is the butler going to come into the room with us?
Good. Do you want him not to?
Nero kind of goes, hey, look, we're going to need a bit of privacy here.
Make a persuasion check.
Actually, can I make it a bit more flirty for a second?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I want to
Sorry, slightly hornier.
Make a perception.
Fake laugh.
Trace amounts of horny.
I just want to see if I can get the butler, seduce the butler into not coming in.
Okay, yeah. Interesting. Usually it's the other way around.
14.
That's gonna be the 3. So yeah. Okay, ma'am. Yes, I'll stay out here.
Alright, thank you.
So the 4 of you are inside Samuel's room. It's a big room. Like the tavern rooms you've been staying in. This is 3, maybe 4 times bigger. It's got a big canopy, king-sized bed. A study table off to the side, facing one of the windows that looks out onto the town.
Nivara quickly turns to everyone and says quietly, with her finger in her mouth, okay, listen. Because of yesterday, I decided that I'm gonna get a bit of retribution while I'm here. So, don't tell anybody, but I'm gonna go and have a look and see if he's got anything that's worth taking.
Solix has a question mark come up on his screen and 3 dots, but Luft goes,
Yeah, just trust me, okay? It's gonna be a quick in and out. Just gonna see if you've got anything nice, and then I'm just gonna. If you guys want to actually have a look, that's fine. But just don't mind
Do
me.
that, but I'll
So investigation checks.
so
Yeah.
he's a bad.
Oh, me too.
He's a bad
everyone
guy,
everyone
right?
except Trey roll investigation.
Luft asks. Oh,
if you're investigating, if your character's not investigating, don't
Yes.
bother.
16.
Can I specifically investigate around his desk area?
Yes, the 2 of you can have
I'd
advantage.
like to
The
specify.
2 of you can have advantage.
Okay.
15 for
15?
investigation.
So do you want to roll an investigation?
Yeah, I did 16.
16.
18.
16.
Okay. So 1, 2. Where are you looking? I'm going to say that these 2 are looking at the desk, so the desk is pretty much full.
Okay. Does he have any books or anything like that? Are there bookcases or anything?
yeah,
Luft
take
is going to go through the
Okay.
books.
What did you roll? I'll go on the
15.
table. 15. Okay. You look through his bookcase. Nothing really interesting.
No, nothing about magic or tinkering at all.
There's a bit about mining. But there's nothing beyond that.
Luft is going to take that book.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
There's about 2 books about mining.
Okay, she's
Okay,
gonna take those 2 books off the shelf, and she's gonna go over to Navarra, and she's like, "Can I
Take whatever you want.
Look gasped in happiness. She puts her rucksack down and puts the books in. She's like, yeah.
Never just thinks like, oh, she's so cute.
And Solix makes like a little, because Solix talks to her as well. He's got his own personality. He's like, are you sure this is like, well, she said yes. And her and Solix start having like a quiet conversation near the bookshelf.
Look, Chief, she's the boss here. She said yes. Okay, so
I don't make the
where are you
rules.
looking and what did you roll?
I also don't talk to the
I
scary
rolled a
men.
16. I'm specifically looking for like magical things like arcane focuses.
Can I also get you to make an Arcana check? You can have advantage on this one because of your 16.
There was nothing else outside of that though, was there?
Mining, other boring books.
21.
21.
Nothing that can
Okay.
help us.
There's nothing magical except for you find, like, not on his desk, but probably on his bed, a quill about yay long, about that long quill, and you can't tell what it specifically does, but you just get like a magical aura of it. It's like not very intense, but if you hadn't been looking for magical stuff, you probably wouldn't have found it.
Okay.
But because you had an eye out for it, it just like kind of like clips the back of your mind, and then you just pick it up and you're like, huh, okay. What did you roll? And you were looking at the desk?
I rolled an 18,
Mhm.
and yes, I'm looking at the desk.
Okay. You look through the desk. The drawers, not much of note, but as you're looking through the drawers, you find that the very bottom drawer has a false bottom, and it has a bunch of just scraps of paper in it with loose scrolls all over it.
Oh, good. I want to try to analyze those and see if
Okay.
I can read it.
One of them talks about a shipping delivery coming in tomorrow night. The other one talks about a troublesome band of idiots.
Shipping delivery and a troublesome band of idiots.
Yes.
Okay. What does the band of idiots one say more specifically?
It talks about a foolhardy man coming and thinking that he could apprehend me, and you assume me as Samuel.
Yeah.
Some woman who thought this man was a king, a weird caster of some sort with a cat, a chicken.
Trey senses something.
And an elven woman skilled with the daggers.
Okay, so alright, I'm gonna take this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna walk over to Niavara. I'm gonna show this to Niavara. Yeah. Niavara, look. This that I just found, it documents everything that happened yesterday. And I found it in here, which means he's probably been here since yesterday. If we want to catch this guy, I think he's going to return here again. We might be able to catch him if we stake out here.
That's a good idea. Can I also kind of read the thing as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Band of idiots? He's gonna be a fucking idiot.
Make-
when he sees fucking
Make a perception check with advantage.
Have fun without all your linen shirts,
Niavara.
idiot.
Perception check with
She's
advantage.
just angry like this fucking idiot.
Yeah. That's right, bitch. Guess you found your gold rings.
14. And do I add this?
Yeah, you perception modifier.
Sorry, 16.
16. While you're reading through this, and there's just faint markings every so often on the page on the letter, and you recognize this as thieves' can't. It's a language only Rose and stuff would know.
That's real.
And it says so you read the letter, and then after that it says they're staying at this tavern. There's 5 of them. Kill them ASAP. As soon as possible.
By the way, have I inspected the desk as well?
Yeah, you don't find anything other than what Tywin found. I'd say that's a joint effort of finding those
Alright,
things.
yeah. I just wanted to ask, in addition, would there be anything like bugs or anything, or just nothing of note?
Nothing of note other than the things you found together.
Mm.
So yeah, it says they're staying at this tavern. They will be here. Kill them as soon as possible.
Tywin?
Yeah.
So, there's a bit more here.
What?
It's in Thieves' Camp, so
Fucking thieves can't gets me every time.
Yeah, and you're really gonna fucking like what he said.
What?
He knows where we are. He knows what tavern we're staying at. He knows how many of this there are, and he wants us killed ASAP.
Well, he's not gonna get that last thing. Look, I think we may still be a step ahead of him. I don't think he would have expected us to find this.
Mm.
I mean, he hit it pretty. If he wanted us to find this, he wouldn't have hidden it as aggressively.
Mm. Nivara kind of thinks for a bit and kind of looks a bit paranoid, unless that's what he wanted, unless this was planned out.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think it is.
Oh,
Because if he planned this out, what I would have done if I were him, I would have put it in the front of a book, sticking out a little bit. Something that stands out to you a little bit, but looks like
Did
it
you
doesn't
read the books or
stand
did you
out.
just?
I knew that, don't worry.
She just picked him up.
Just trying to text you, just trying to give you a little
She's
test.
done.
Alright.
She probably
Okay, you're a weird one here,
have an
Lara.
interaction. You probably start reading them.
But I think it's best we stay in here, because
I think so too, but I think if we're trying to stay in here and hide and be sneaky, I don't think 5 of us are going to do that. 5 of us, a chicken, a cat, and that thing that's floating around near you.
At that point, Luft, you notice Luft was signing aggressively to Solix, but then she turns around and looks at you and goes, she owns Solix.
Oh, but actually, Trey's not in here.
No, Trey's not in there. Can the chicken be with us?
Is the chicken there?
No.
Oh,
I'm
damn
sorry.
it. The chicken's with Trey.
So not only has he got it all planned out, he has nothing of value. He's a little shit.
Yeah.
What's your passive perception? Yours is the highest, I think.
14.
Does anyone's passive perception beat that?
Let me check.
No.
Also, I'd like to, while that's happening, I want to take out my own paper and ink and try writing with a quill, just random words and see what happens.
Okay.
So how much is it?
14 passive perception. Does yours beat
Mine's
that?
13.
Okay, so 2 things. You start writing with a quill. Nothing shows up on the page. And second thing, with your passive perception of 14, as you're just like scrolling and walking, just pacing around the room, out of the corner of your eye, through the window that's over the desk, you see like a reflection, like a bright light being like the sun being reflected into your face from the rooftop of another building.
I look over there.
As soon as you look over, it's gone. You only noticed it because of your passive perception.
Does it look like a mirror shine metal?
Yeah, it was very metallic in nature, very highly polished, reflecting light straight at you.
Sniper.
There's someone over there. I point to the rooftop.
Luft goes and looks out the window.
Nothing's there.
It's gone now. There was a metallic shine, and metal means weapons or armor.
So I think...
Yeah, so make another Arcana check, Cal.
Yeah. 16.
Okay.
Do you want any of us to make an Arcana check as well? Or
This is for the quill.
this is just for... Okay,
This is for the quill. You play around with the quill for a while. You write a bunch of stuff. None of it shows up. And then you're like, well, what the hell? And you take the feather end and you start brushing it over where you'd written, and all of the text eventually starts revealing itself. But it appears in the order you wrote it in. So whatever sentence you wrote first shows up first on the second sentence, and then the third and the fourth. So, and I think with your intelligence, you can infer that if anyone has an identical quill, they could pass secret messages like that.
Okay. But knowing that, I'm gonna look for like papers or books that look empty in the room and try doing that.
Which is where we come to Luft's reading the book.
Yeah, so Luft is going to sit down on the floor and she opens the 2 mining... She's got both of the mining
So
books
I'd say
open
this
in
is
front
happening
of her.
simultaneously because they were having their interaction, you were reading the book,
Yeah.
and you were messing around with the quill.
Okay.
It's weird. It does talk about mining, but like half of it's wrong. There's like letters missing. There's like incomplete letters.
So, yeah.
Sometimes sentences just randomly end. And then as you flip through the book faster and faster, entire pages are blank.
Right. Okay. So Luft, she looks up at Solix and she just raises an eyebrow. She's going to start taking other books off of the shelf and opening them.
Okay. The other mining book you picked follows the same pattern.
Yep.
None of the others have a similar sort of vibe to them.
Okay, she's gonna put the other ones back and pick them up, and she's gonna go over to Cal,
Mhm.
and she's basically gonna be like, "Do you?
Hey, what you got there?
What? These books don't
Okay.
make sense."
I think I know what's going on. I'm gonna try using will.
Okay. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Nice.
Excellent.
That's a 25.
Fuck.
Nice.
I am charisma.
You take 1 point of psychic damage.
Nice.
You try to, you force your will onto this book and whatever message it is trying to hide from you. And you start brushing the feather across the page. And it's, I don't know how to describe it. All of the pages have something on them. Some of them are circles, some of them are lines, some of them are like other geometric shapes.
Are these just appearing?
Yes.
Okay.
Every time Cal brushes the feather across one of the pages, some new set of jargon appears on the page.
Okay.
So you two are done.
Can
Will you
I-
be interacting with the set at all?
I'll probably, if the interaction's happening, I'll
Yeah.
probably just
What?
turn around and have a look.
What language is this?
It's not a language.
It's not a language?
It's like, okay, it's like line, circle, on a new page, X, circle.
Is there anything because Luft is there anything I can roll
Make
to
an
maybe-
intelligence roll.
Intelligence?
Just a flat
Okay.
intelligence roll. You can make it.
15.
Yeah, everyone that's not Trey
Yeah.
can make the intelligence roll.
Okay, that's a 15.
Yep, 15,
16.
16,
19.
19.
Uh,
6.
6. Okay, so the three of you, specifically Niavara, you recognize this. It's very similar to a form of map making that some places, some people use, and basically each page is a layer of a map, and if you layered all the pages on top of each other, it would make a map. Is what you gather.
I see what this is.
Yeah, map.
Yeah.
Luft is like absent-mindedly. She's not looking at Cal, but she just starts grabbing the page out of his hand and like puts
Do
it
I
on the
remember
bed.
Do I remember my old job?
No,
You
no,
remember
no,
your
look,
job,
look,
yeah.
look. No, she's right.
The only things you guys don't remember is like where you came from, when you got here, how you got here,
Yeah.
why you're here.
But we have all of our abilities.
Yeah, you
like
have all your
everything
abilities.
we remember.
Yeah.
Niva just kind of goes, I knew a few people that used to do this in my
Oh,
job.
really?
Yeah, that's how they would plan out their heists, so they would make that kind of map. Very surprising.
Yeah, I knew it. And then she takes. So Luft was having
I mean, it was a
confirmation
smart
of that.
way, right?
She
Like,
turns around and does this.
None of the information would be compromised if any one of the pages was taken.
Yeah.
Everyone would be given a page of the map, and you lay them on top of each other. But if anyone got compromised, it's just nonsense.
It's got. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So
Luft
I need.
turns around. She's doing that as if to say, like, give me the rest of the.
Alright.
Okay. I need Luft to make an intelligence check.
Okay. Again.
This is to see if you can lay
12.
the pages correctly. Okay. Henry. You start laying the pages, one by one, on top of each other, trying to make sense of the nonsense that is on this page.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the landmarks you start to realize, like you recognize where you are right now
Yeah.
is marked by an X on the page.
Oh, wait.
Then-
That's where we are.
Then you recognize probably to the far right, because so this town is.
Wait, you're right or my right?
You'd be looking at the map.
Yep.
You're right.
My right.
So you'd be looking at the town. It's situated between a fork of a river.
Uh-huh.
So there's river on either side and then river at one end.
Okay.
And towards the right docks is a red circle.
Yep.
And you think you've got the map mostly correct now.
Yep.
There are a few consistencies. There are a few things that are inconsistent with the geography of the town. But for the most part, it makes sense.
Weird question. Looking around the room, can I see if he has any sort of mapping? If he has a compass or anything like that? Anything that can... Does he have anything
I would say
like that?
I would say he has a compass, like the north south, like the one that
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
direction. And he'd probably have like a ruler and basic mapping supplies, but nothing too like extravagant.
Okay, Luft is gonna give no explanation. She runs over, grabs all of them, and comes back over. And she just like lays everything out, and she puts clear lines for like where everything is.
Okay.
She says, okay, so this X, that's where we are. And then she draws a line over to the docks. So you said they were docks?
Yeah. So there are docks on the left side of the town and the right side of the town because it's on a fork of a river.
Yeah. So, shipment?
Which docks?
This
This is Jordan actually saying this. Which docks were we at?
You were on the other side of town, so you were on the left docks, the western
left
docks.
And so the right docks are the ones that have the red circle?
Yes.
Yeah. Shipment?
Shipment. What makes you think shipment?
Well, because it mentioned you guys. I mean, I wasn't there, but he said shipment like something's coming. So the only place that would make sense is docks.
Well, I mean, I think that's actually a better lead, to be honest, than the one we have.
Yes, that is a thing I should mention. The page you had didn't mention which docks because there are multiple docks in this town. It just said docks.
So I think this is where they are. Luft doesn't fully look you in the eye. She still doesn't really trust you, but she's basically given you information.
All right. Yeah. Good job. Luft.
It's Luft.
Luft.
She picks up all the pages and like turns away with solid says question marks
an unused
again.
book at this point. You've only used one of the books.
I only used one.
There's another book that you haven't even revealed yet.
Okay, so while you're doing that, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna be like, right, you guys continue investigating. I have a feeling they know where we are, so I'm just gonna check back on Trey and tell her what's going on.
Okay, yep.
Cutting back to Trey. So you've been.
This should be so. Trey, as soon as they've all walked upstairs, she just kind of turns to Chicken and pulls out one of the chicken grain bags and just
The bags of chicken grain.
feeds the chicken. But at the same time, she's looking around for two things. One, if she can see like Samuel or anybody on the docks. Two, flowers.
Oh, okay.
Flowers, you can see a few. Some nice red ones. What was the first item on the list?
Looking for like any sort of person that she could remember from the docks or like from yesterday, Samuel, tracings, anything.
On that front, no, but on the flower front, you see a few nice flowers.
She's going to walk over to the flowers and just start picking them and putting some in her hair, putting some on her arm, and then putting some in her bag.
Okay, yeah, sure. That's easily done. I'm going to make you roll a check for picking flowers.
You roll a natural one. You squish the flower. No!
Okay, so so this happens at the start of when they head up.
Yeah.
So this is we'll go back in time a bit. I need you to make just a general perception check for me.
18.
18. You notice the same flash that Cal did.
Okay.
But you see it a bit more clearly because you actually notice it full on instead of noticing it in your periphery.
Kind of like halfway through picking the flowers.
It's a masculine figure in dark plate armor. The armor is polished to a sheen. Like, probably if you looked at it, you could see a reflection in it.
Okay.
Can we use that as a cliffhanger and go to a break?
When do you need leave? Like,
No.
you've got a while.
I've got a bit, yeah.
Okay.
Do you
How
want
long is it?
I mean, I am going to Uber from here, so I would say I would give it until about 7:20.
Okay, we'll go for another 15 minutes then.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay, keep
Yeah.
going.
Okay.
So Trey would be like halfway picking a flower, kind of quickly puts it in a bag and puts the bag back on and just goes to Chicken, stay here 1 second.
And you look back up and it's gone.
Shit.
The chicken just...
Don't listen to what I just said. She would just kind of head to that general direction to where she saw the figure? Try
It was
and
up on a rooftop, and you're on the ground floor.
on the rooftop of their house?
No, of a building facing the building. So like
She's
street,
going-
there in this building.
She's going to start walking to that building.
Yeah. Okay. Make a general investigation check.
Okay. Oh, 11.
You look around for a bit. You don't find any trace of who was up there. You do see some hastily made footsteps, but they vanish after a while. You follow that trail for a bit.
Is there any way to get onto the rooftop other than...
There's no way other than climbing to get onto the rooftop.
Trey is going to climb this building.
Okay. Make an athletics check, which you're very good at, I'm well aware.
This 6'1" tiefling.
Oh, that's not a good roll though. 8. just stupid.
Meanwhile, the chicken.
She's gonna like pull out. She's gonna pull out like 2 of her javelins to try and use this like.
Yeah, make athletics check with disadvantage.
Well,
Because you made it harder for yourself.
Yes.
Oh yes, this very flexible, bendy implement.
Okay, I'll use that one. 12.
Better.
That's
Still,
actually-
it's a pretty tall building. You make it about half the way up with this javelin technique that you've crafted, but then one of your javelin snaps.
Oh no.
No.
Oh shit. This action will have consequences.
When will you learn?
When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
So I guess she's just holding on with one javelin.
Yeah.
Chicken still at the bottom watching.
Don't give me that crap. Just, I've got it. I've got it. And she's gonna try and use that as like a way to leverage more up.
1 second. While you do that, I need to quickly look up the intelligence of a chicken. You continue.
Yeah, she's just gonna.
I'll tell you now, it's not high.
It's fine.
How dare
It needs to be high.
you?
It doesn't need to be high.
Hey, we don't know what she's been putting in that burn seed. That chicken might be getting real smart.
Hey, the finest of chicken growth.
Yeah.
This intelligence is sky high.
Okay, cool. Gotcha.
It's not the Moana chicken.
Add the stats of a chicken in your app. I like search for chicken.
Chicken is a non-D&D beyond.
It's not.
Oh,
That's what I remember. Chicken's intelligence.
Oh
Continue.
no.
Continue.
Yeah, so Trey's just like kind of mumbling to the chicken and she's just gonna try and continue scaling.
After a while, you notice. Continue. Make an athletics check, and then I'll tell you the results.
Oh, that's cool.
It's at disadvantage still.
Nope, that's still a disadvantage.
Now you're
That's
holding
still
with one
cocked.
javelin. You're trying to slam them out of this.
Oh my god! Yeah, maybe use. oh, there
Okay,
you go.
1.
And they're the same number.
15.
15.
God damn,
Nice.
that's solid. That's
Okay.
solid for a disadvantage.
Despite the restrictions of having one javelin,
The chicken's
you just
freaking like giving me shit, so I'm like,
No,
you
you
watch me
notice-
do this
you
shit.
notice that the chicken hasn't like clucked in a while. You look down, the chicken isn't there.
You're
And
right,
so-
I
and-
haven't clocked in a
And,
while.
and yeah, so you stand and ladder up to the roof, and you're greeted by the chicken. And it gestures towards like a rooftop landing with stairs going down into the building. I rolled an intelligence check for the chicken and it was 19 minus 2. 17. I rolled, okay?
Just don't give me that shit right now. We're looking for this man thing. Do I see the man thing?
You do not. The chicken like goes up to the edge, stares down, looks at you.
Am I downstairs yet?
Oh yeah, you'd be downstairs at this point.
Look down. Is kind of just
The
looks.
Trey,
Does Cal? Yeah, because Cal would
You see Trey on the roof. You've got a
Hey, over there.
How?
Hello.
Why the fuck are you up there?
There was a man with like some cool
Oh, you saw
armor.
him too. I think he knows where we are and he's tracking us.
But who is he? Do you
I
know
have
who
no
he
clue.
is?
But we should be careful.
Do,
Do you know how to get up?
Yeah.
Should I get up or should you get down?
You just stay there. It's
Alright.
not gonna take
That's
me
the rest
too
of the
long.
episode, just climbing this one fucking building.
with a menacing chicken.
She's going to quickly scan the rooftop.
Mhm.
I know this is going to be really like.
There are some broken tiles on the roof where you think the...
That's not what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Because it's
Sorry, I
a
didn't mean to
rooftop, so
smack your
it's not
face.
going to. It doesn't make sense. But is there any shadows?
No. There are not.
It's full.
Fully in daylight.
Kind of like the temple.
What do you mean, kind of like...
Like
So
the
the temple
well-lit-
was well lit.
Yes, but
Because
these are
Trina-
rooftops, so sunlight.
Because Trina, yeah, she's like, okay. Well, you get to climb back down the wall as references to chicken.
The
I
chicken starts heading towards the stairs.
no. Grabs the chicken, holds it over the edge.
Hey, what are you
Just grab him.
The chicken
Just
is.
get
doing? God,
just
I'm
and just what
Wait,
heads
before you do
down.
that, before you do that.
You rolling for the chicken again?
What's your armor class?
Roll
18.
initiative, please.
18? I'm gonna give it a +1 modifier, so I'll roll again. Because
Roll initiative, please.
Does a 19 beat your armor class? You take 1 point of piercing damage as the chicken goes into your arm.
You little shit, and I'm gonna throw away one of your bags of seed now. As she like
This is a highlight.
pulls him back into her chest and just starts bolting for the stairs. Just had enough.
With every step she takes.
Don't.
We've
don't,
got a cat
don't
who
you
thinks
get
it's royalty.
snarky at
We've got a
me.
chicken who's got attitude.
Don't you start getting snarky at me, mister. Don't you do it.
Soft
I'm making
ball.
sure you're not going anywhere tomorrow. You got that? I'm making sure you don't move.
18. You take 1 more point of piercing damage.
You're gonna die from this chicken.
Just try to.
Chicken pox? No, chicken packs.
She's gonna quickly just flick him in the head.
Oh my.
Jordan's trying so hard not to block.
I'm
As I assume she makes the bottom of the stairs, Cal would just see this.
Flick.
Don't. Just give me 5 minutes. Just here. And Trey just starts walking back over
I
to the house.
telepathy to the chicken. Behave. Don't
You don't share a language with the chicken, you can't talk to it.
I don't need to share.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Really?
Oh
So
shit!
Wait, no. It needs to know a language though, and I don't think it knows.
It speaks
It doesn't know
chicken.
language.
This chicken speaks common.
So you can't talk to it.
Yeah.
But you do say behave, and the chicken just nuzzles up against you.
Trey, your chicken's nice.
Don't!
Seems cool to me.
Vibe checked it and everything.
I also get up socks on the other hand. Like, holding them. Don't. You behave. Don't.
The cat looks at you, like, in full seriousness, and like kind of puffs out like its chest and or goes on all fours, like,
This isn't a competition, okay? You can both be royalty. Yes. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this chicken though.
Yeah, you're babysitting. Just.
Okay.
I don't need to talk to
And
you
we
right
go
now.
back downstairs.
at this point Solus looks at you and is like, I'm so glad you gave me like proper sentience, bro.
Yeah, she fist bumps Solix.
I just kind of, Levi just kind of goes,
What the fuck?
yeah, what the fuck? I sure hope I don't get a pet, because
I sure hope it is. Okay, back on a more serious note. Can I get you specifically to make a wisdom saving throw?
Luft to make a wisdom saving throw.
And I also need you and you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Where's my wisdom? There it is. 14.
Rolling jet. It's
8.
14.
Okay? The two of you are racked with this. Wait, what was yours?
23.
Yeah. The two of you are racked with an intense amount of pain as this high-pitched whining sound encompasses all around you. And it is unbearable to the point that like tears are streaming down your face. And then you hear a androgynous voice, and it's very soothing. The control test has been implemented into the system. The control will now be removed, and you fall unconscious.
Oh, okay, alright. So she's just.
Oh! What the fuck is that?
Am I upstairs yet? Or?
Wait, were you heading back upstairs?
I was gonna follow.
Wait, was
Trina,
I
I'm
next
kinda
to-
slow 'cause I'm
No,
kinda
Trey's just
slow.
there, just like. Wait, did you go upstairs?
Oh no, she was just.
Yeah, she's just there,
towards
just
the house.
angrily vibing.
So has she slumped next to Tywin? Like she's just fallen unconscious?
You're just out on the floor,
Right.
and all of you see this.
Fuck me.
Solix looks up and he's like, he has like 3 question marks just rapidly like coming back and forth on the screen.
Nivara just kind of goes,
Can you also just roll a d20 and add 1? Yes, you, for Solix.
6.
Right. So the question marks come and go for a bit, and then they start to slow down. Slow down
Oh
further.
shit.
Slow down further. And Solix
Oh no!
stops floating and
No!
falls on top of Luft.
no.
And that's where we'll take a break.
Yeah, good job. All right.
I-
So we'll be back in a few minutes, but we'll say goodbye to Romy.
Bye, Romy.
Bye, Romy.
You're telling yourself in the
Bye,
future
Romy.
when Watt is back.
Good job, bro. You did.
You
First
did,
session.
You did it.
Fucking done.
Okay, yeah,
You did
we'll be
great.
back in
Yeah.
5 minutes, guys. See you then.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Sweet. Welcome back from yet another break. Once again, there is some technical difficulties that we need to work through, and once that happens, we'll have a much more consistent stream setup. Jumping right back into where we were, Luft and Solix had just fallen unconscious, and Tywin had been racked with an unsurmountable amount of pain. Heard a mysterious voice, and that's where we pick up now, with Luft and Solix passed up on top of each other.
What did the voice say again?
Welcome. The control is in place. The control will now be removed from the experiment.
The control?
Or something along those lines.
Something like, okay. Did any of you fucking hear that? And then I look up and I see Luft unconscious. What the fuck? What happened to that thing?
She just passed out.
How did you guys hear that really loud noise and those voices?
No, you okay?
I don't think so. Fucking man.
I don't know. I kind of go up to Luft, I think, and I kind of like pick up Solix. Do I gently just kind of pick it up and go, I think we need to take Luft over to the temple.
What's your strength?
What is my strength? 12.
You can probably lift Luft. She's pretty light. Solix maybe is a bit too much, but I assume you can easily grab both of them. You got a strength of 15. Yeah, you'd be there. Everyone came down.
Oh,
Everyone came downstairs
okay.
because I'd assume so anyway, based on what you said earlier, because you had no reason to be up on the roof anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like.
What happened?
I kind of give Solix to one of them, be like, here, take this, and gently pick up Luft and go, alright, I'm taking her to the temple.
Oh wait, I have the chicken.
You have the
and
chicken, the
sausage.
cat, and...
Oh, your hands are full.
What happened? What?
I don't
I
know.
left for 5 minutes. I climbed that thing, and
She just passed out.
that's not like Luft.
Oh, I should take her to the temple.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Can I get everyone to make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Yay.
Okay.
The people holding Luft and Solix make it at disadvantage.
Okay.
Do I also, because holding pets, or...
No, only Luft and
Okay.
Solix.
Unnatural 20.
I got a 6.
Okay.
10.
What did you get?
14.
What did you get?
Unnatural 20.
Okay, so fail, success, success. Okay. The two of you take 2 points of thunder damage as the bodies of Luft and Solix start vibrating very rapidly. You can hear a hum, and then you hear a loud cracking noise, and both of the bodies vanish from your hands. And a blast emanates from them, and you both take 2 points of thunder damage. The two of you avoid it. Barely.
I'm just kind of stunned and go, never mind then.
I guess we know what happened to Trina.
Yes, but not exactly.
No.
I have no idea what happened.
No.
Oh god. There's something weird about this town.
Yeah. Well, what about you? Are you okay?
Weird stuff
Yeah, I
has been
think
going
it's worn off now. My ears were ringing for a while.
Trey will immediately look all around to see if anyone was out.
It's a normal day. Thoroughfare's pretty busy where you are currently. Just people walking about. I wouldn't say it's like packed, but there are a lot of people out and about.
Does it look like any of them might have done
Make a perception check.
3?
You're too shocked. You're still reeling from the shock of what just happened, and also you were hit by the wave, so it's too hard to focus on anything. There's also just a general level of upset that's just taking you over, and it's
No. Luft was here. No. This isn't happening.
Would I have that same kind of
No.
upset?
Yeah, I mean, everyone here would be upset that, I don't know about Tywin. Tywin seems the most apathetic of the party at the moment. But everyone else, I'd assume is upset. I don't know what Tywin's feeling.
Tywin is just sort of being kind of matter of fact about it. He's actually still like sort of reeling from his own
Yeah, I mean your ears are still ringing. Like you can't hear the noise anymore, but it's like the aftershocks on that.
Yeah.
Nivara is kind of teary, like, oh, she was so cute, she's so funny, I love her so much, I hope she's okay.
This has been happening since yesterday.
Why
What's going
was
on?
yesterday so important?
Yesterday's when we met Samuel.
The blue wall was there too.
The what?
The blue thing? The wall.
Oh, I remember you talking about
I
that.
wanted to ask you about that.
You were knocked out when we wanted to ask you about it.
I walked down the alleyway and there was just this huge, gigantic wall of just blue, kind of transparent, kind of looked like some sort of portal. I tried to walk in and that's really all I can remember other than voice talking to me about waking up and dire consequences if I didn't wake up and being trapped here forever, whatever that means.
I heard
That
a voice
was you
that-
recognized as your deity.
I heard a voice talking about some sort of control, taking something out. I don't really understand it at all.
I mean, Kanos doesn't really talk that way ever, so I don't know what's going on.
Well, I don't want to sound heartless here, but I didn't know Luft, and it's not part of my job to make sure Luft got out of here okay. I still got a job to do. I gotta find Samuel, and if our lead's still taking us to that dock, I gotta go to that dock.
Nivara kind of just goes, like, makes a loud kind of noise and just, like, brushes it off, like she's used to hearing this kind of atmosphere.
I mean, if Samuel's there, then he might know something that's happening.
Good, maybe he has answers. I don't know. You guys are free to join me for now. If Trina was with you, I wouldn't be so welcoming. But seems like she's met the same fate as Luft, and frankly, we have to accept right now and start the grieving process. Probably dead, both of them.
I want to go back to the docks to check out that wall, so
I will,
There are two docks. Which one do you want to head to? You want to head to the one that you were fighting at yesterday?
yeah, I guess.
And you wanna go
we
to
saw
the
the
new
wall?
I want to go to the right one.
I'll go to the new one as well.
Okay. So it's, where are you going?
We have time to go check the wall. I think
Right.
we don't have enough time to.
I will let you know that this is for free because you did make the checks for it last session. You checked the wall pretty thoroughly. The wall didn't have anything wrong with it. But if you want to go back check it, that's fine by
The
me.
wall isn't the blue transparent wall.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause
no,
that disappeared.
it disappeared by the time Tywin saw it from the top of the
Yeah.
lighthouse, but by the time he made it there, it was gone. So
Yeah.
there was nothing there.
Oh, right, it
We
disappeared.
have time to go check the wall and see if it can appear again. Right
Yes.
now, what's most important, I think, is to go to this dock.
Figure out what's going
schedule
on, and I guess
thing.
Samuel might know it's
At
our
this
only
point-
lead.
You hear, you recognize his voice. It was just because it just showed up. None of you recognize it. The same androgynous voice, very light, breezy, no sort of emotion attached to it. The control will be reinstated soon. The timer starts now. The timer starts now. The timer starts now. And the voice goes off.
Was that like in our heads? Was it everywhere?
It was coming from everywhere, but also nowhere. Like it was very omnipresent.
Okay.
And so yeah, the voice is like kind of lingers in your mind. The timer starts now.
What's
Okay, you guys heard that one, right?
I did.
What the hell?
What timer? What?
What sort of mastermind is controlling the entire fucking world?
Maybe that was something to do with the shipment. Maybe that was some sort of dock announcement to.
The timer starts now for us to get there in time?
What?
I don't know about you, but I'm sick of hearing about these voices. Is there a mayor? Is there a leader? Is there someone I can talk to about this?
I mean,
You telepathically here. Do you want to talk to me about this?
Are you the one making the voices?
I hope not. We were
Then-
talking about this
we've
before.
talked about this, yesterday. No, it's not. It's
Okay,
not, Cal.
I'm
It's
sorry.
okay.
Forgive my outburst.
It's alright. You want answers.
Yeah.
I
and
know.
we all
This
want
is just-
answers.
This whole thing is very tiring. I apologize.
No, it's okay.
I'm tired of friends disappearing.
That too. You know, two very lovely
friend
people.
and Trina.
Lovely Luft and sweet Trina.
Don't look at me when you say that.
Trina.
Yeah, I acknowledge her name is Trina.
Sweet.
Let's go to the dock right now.
Yeah.
If I know anything, whoever's doing these voices are just trying to keep us away from what we're doing. They're trying to distract us. We don't want that.
Yeah, let's make haste.
Yes, let's go to the dock. Come on.
So to the eastern docks.
The right.
Yep.
The right dock.
East, yes,
area.
east. Okay. Yes. So you start heading towards the docks labeled on the map. I need one of you to make a survival check because the map disappeared with Luft.
I have proficiency. Does anyone else have
I do not.
proficiency?
You can do it.
No.
Okay.
Hold it.
Oh, nat 20! Hey!
I mean, as if it were in question. You just reeling from the disappearance of Luft. You're more determined than ever, and you start making like good speed towards the alleyways. Definitely ducking and weaving through them with no problem at all. You have a mission, even if it's currently not to get Luft back. You want some sort of answers, and so yeah, you make your way to the eastern docks. You're greeted by a very similar, not exactly symmetric setup to the western docks. There's a lighthouse in the center of the square. A bunch of shops lining the promenade. The buildings here definitely look richer than the other side. This looks like
Does the lighthouse actually have a light, or is it the same?
it's this it's
lighthouse that
it's a mirror.
Okay.
I immediately look for like people watching over on buildings or something.
Okay, make a perception check.
24? Yes, 24.
24.
24. Wait, 20, just 20. I keep confusing my wisdom and charisma for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Pardon me. Okay, so with a perception of 24, you don't notice anyone watching you outright. You do see people kind of trying to avoid you, but no one specifically is like watching you.
Right.
What are the rest of you doing in that time?
Trey is going to immediately like circle the lighthouse to see if she can see Samuel.
Okay. No check required. You circle the tower. You don't see anyone up on the top level.
I suppose Neva and Talon are going to the other dogs, so I imagine we're just making.
No, you're all headed to the same ones.
Oh, we went to the same one? Okay,
Yeah.
whoopsie, sorry, misheard. I will. I'll just kind of. I'm not really sure yet.
Fair enough. Can I get you to make a perception check?
That's a nat one.
Once again, the same thing. It's like you're reeling from the emotions. You were holding Luft in your arms, and then she vanished. It's an overwhelming feeling, and
Yeah.
so you can't focus on anything at the moment properly. What are the two of you doing? How about the two of you? What are you guys up to?
So are there people around?
Yeah, there are. There's a bunch of people. It's a pretty busy promenade at this moment. The marketplace is open.
Does the dock have like ships docked there?
It's got 3 ships moored to it. A small fishing vessel, a large passenger vessel, and the third one is probably somewhere in the middle of those two, and it has. The only key difference you spot is that it's got grey sails as opposed to every other one having white ones.
Right. Okay. I'm going to go onto the actual docks themselves, and are there any people? On the grey ship, or like
on the grey ship, not on the top deck, no.
Okay. Then I'm going to go onto the grey ship.
Okay.
Sort of like look around the ship.
Sure. Yeah. So you walk across the gangplank. What are you guys doing as you see Taiwan walk off?
Trey just kind of notes which way he's walking, and she's gonna look towards all the shadow parts of the dogs and just start tapping at them with her fist.
So, what are the two of you doing as Taiwan walks onto the ship and Trey goes off to?
Can you remind me what like Tywin has said about how we might find Samuel here?
What I've said about how we were
Yeah,
found.
that-
Well,
You know
we
there's
found
a
the map.
shipment
We
happening
found the
tonight.
map and we found a letter that talked about a shipment, and the map seemed to point to this dock, had like a circle around this dock.
Yeah.
Those were the things that I talked about. So we're thinking the shipment's probably here somewhere, or
Okay.
will be here at some point.
So you head onto the ship.
Yes.
Are you following suit?
Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay. So the two of you head on to the gangplank and onto the ship with the grey flags. So not the flags, sails. You notice that there is no flag currently up. It is not flying any colours at the moment. And you are greeted by a from the lower decks. A man heads up. He's got probably like a scar from his shoulder running down the side to his wrist.
It's not the same scar that Samuel has.
Oh no, not at all.
Okay.
No. And he doesn't have kind of an eye patch, but one of his eyes is clearly been damaged in some sort of combat and has festered terribly so. Sorry. Well, how there? What can I do for you?
Hey, we're looking for a bloke named Samuel. Do you know where he may be?
Gotta be a bit more specific than that.
He's got a scar on his shoulder, not like your one. It's a bit smaller than that.
Mhm.
He's got green eyes, about 5'9".
Can't say I have, mate. We just got here to this town. We haven't had anyone of that description.
What's your business in this town?
Just selling some wares. Gonna move on down the river.
What kind of wares are you selling?
Weapons, armor, that sort of thing.
Interesting. Do we still have the shipment letter?
No, it's with Luft.
It was with Luft, yeah. Okay.
Actually, no. Wait 1 second. I'll roll for it because I don't know if she took it off you. I know she definitely took off.
She took the maps for sure.
Yeah, she took the letter.
Okay. Alright. You guys know of any shipment due for here? We were told about some sort of shipment that is coming into the docks today, which is what we were hoping to make
Once
happen.
again, we're not really from this town. We got here. We're gonna sell our wares and move on down the river. We don't know of any shipment. You can make a research check if you'd like.
Yeah. I will. 11.
As far as you can tell, seems genuine.
Okay. What do you think, Niavara?
I believe him. I imagine he wouldn't really know anything about the shipping business.
Yeah. I don't know. This ship stood out to me for some reason, but maybe I was wrong.
Yeah.
Can the two of you make a perception check?
Sure.
Ooh, that's a nat 20.
That's a nat 3, so 6.
You hear just faintly, and I don't know if it were any other circumstances, you might have missed it. But from one of the lower decks, you can just hear kind of like wood crashing against wood, like kind of like clatter clatter for a bit, and then silence, and then you hear like kind of like a few grunts, and then more wood clattering against each other.
I'm gonna come up to the captain and put an arm around his shoulder, and I'm gonna flirt and I'm gonna go, "Oh, listen here, sweetie. I don't know about you, but we're not really from this town either. I imagine you've got a lot of wares that we haven't seen before. Why don't I go take a gander downstairs?
Sure. Come on in.
Should I roll for that?
No, it's fine. Are you following?
I'll follow.
Yeah. He takes you down one level, and it's very nicely decorated. So it's two. So on either side of on the left and right walls, there is basically lined to the brim with different types of swords, daggers, and then on the other side, armor, shields, different braces, and stuff like that.
Would I know where the crashing is coming from? Like, or
Well, you look around this floor and you can't see anything out of the ordinary.
Oh.
At the end of this floor, you see a very plump-looking man. He's wearing like very fine clothing, has like a very curly moustache, and he just grins at you and is like, "Welcome. Would you like to browse?"
Do you lovely sweethearts have anything else downstairs, or is this it?
Unfortunately, this is our entire stock. We don't have anything much more interesting than this. More of the same downstairs.
I see. I need to have a discussion with my friend here because.
Of course.
Yeah, thank you. We just need to make sure we know what we're gonna get. Okay.
What are you guys doing?
I guess after Trey checks all the shadows to make sure nothing dodgy is going on, as far as she can tell, she'll start heading over towards the dock area. But because she can't see Taiwan or Niavara now, she doesn't know which boat they went to, so she's just going to start.
You would have seen them walk onto a boat though.
Alright. Well, I want to look around for signs of hidden messages or anything about the shipment, because they
Sure.
tend, as far as
What
I know, they
languages do you
tend to
speak?
that. That is a good point. I think Common, Elvish, Sylvan, and Primordial, as far as I know,
Okay.
and Ancient Enriya.
You look around for a while. Make a perception check.
Yeah,
This will be concurrent while Trey's doing her shadow thing. So
18.
18. Nothing out of the ordinary, based on the languages you know.
I didn't think so. In that case, I'll go up to Trey and just point out that they went there and we might want to join them.
Yeah, sure. Let's head on in.
Okay. You head up onto the boat. You're greeted by the same man. He didn't follow you downstairs. Well, hi there. What can I do for you?
Hey.
We're just here to join our friends. I think 2 people.
Oh, you're with the
Yeah.
you're with the man and the woman downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, of course. Head on down. You're greeted by the same these two short behind you as you're going to have this discussion.
Yeah. Oh, what a surprise! It's you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna need some of you guys to make a distraction because I'm gonna need to investigate because I heard something. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Hey, you got any cool like swords and medals and stuff? Like I've been trying to make like a new sword and kind of interested in all the medals and.
Yeah. So the portly looking man comes up to you and is like, well, of course. Come check this out. And he shows you it's a great sword with the hilt is made of shells and barnacles, and you notice that ever so slightly down the edge of the blade there is just a trail of water constantly flowing off of it.
Oh yeah, this is pretty neat. Like let's go over here and look.
Excuse
at more
me,
stuff.
sir. I believe I was here first.
No,
you should
no.
probably
It's-
serve customers in order.
We're all
I
in
would like
one.
to see any crossbow stock you may have here.
Crossbows. Sure.
Yes.
He takes you over to a different section of the same weaponry wall. Sorry, man. He was here first.
Thank
why am I
you
using
very
a
much.
ship captain voice? Mixing of voices. Okay. Yes. Yes. Of course. Come check this out. And so he takes you to he shows you a mechanical-looking crossbow, and you see that it's got like instead of having to load in the shots every time, it's got like a revolving shot device into it, and so basically tells you that instead of having to load each shot in, the mechanics of this will be you load 6 shots in before like combat or something, and then you can shoot 6 times before having to reload. But that will take up your entire turn, the reloading.
Yeah, I don't suffer disadvantages from loading anyway.
Oh yeah, you're a crossbow master.
Sorry, I'm too good with the crossbow. Can you tell me about this model?
This model was made by the boys back in Helen, the capital city, down that way. It will keep you going for quite a while in combat.
Man, I'm the sort of person who I value the power that it fires out at. I'm not. A lot of people try to. I don't want to be too hipster about crossbows, right? But some people They really get into the crossbow game, and then they complain about how you have to load every single shot. I haven't gotten that down to a science. I'm asking if you have the stuff for those sorts of crossbow veterans that already know all this basic shit. We don't need any hand holding. All we need is when it fires and it's going to kill the target. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything like that?
Sure. We can look around for you. And he takes you to a glass display case, and within that glass display case, you notice a bunch of rings, like not like finger rings, like rings that would go around your wrist.
We lost the camera.
Oh, no.
Well, actually, it's supposed to go to a break right now.
Hey.
So we'll fix the camera in the
Our
break.
bad.
Well, our bad.
Our
We'll
B.
fix the camera in the break. We'll be back in a second. Bye.
Okay. Sorry about that, technical issues, but we're back now. So, where we were, the portly the gentleman that runs the shop was showing you a series of rings, roughly about yay big, that will, and he takes one out of this glass display case and shows you. Now, I noticed your injury on your hand over there. This would help overcome some of those issues, and he slips it onto his arm like a bracelet, and for display he says, crossbow, and he puts his hand towards the target, and you see as the ring around his wrist flips open, like two panels shoot out of it, and they quickly start reassembling parts of the metal band into a fully functioning miniature crossbow, but it shoots a full-length bolt right into the target. It's not a perfect bullseye, but this guy doesn't look very well versed with weaponry.
That's pretty impressive. It's a bit new school for my taste, but it's definitely interesting. You might have a look.
We'll give you one of the trial models.
Yeah.
He hands you a shoddier looking version.
Yeah.
This one can turn into basically any ranged and any melee weapon you want. The one there that can only do melee.
Right. I'm gonna put it on, and I want to give it a test fire.
Okay. So he said the word out loud for show. You can mentally basically be like longsword, and it will fully transform into a longsword into your arm.
Wow. Not too bad. How much do you sell these for?
Yes. Let me just check my tome. That model, will be 700 gold.
700 gold. For this one?
Yes. The one that can transform into any weapon will be 1200.
1200 gold. Alright, how long are you guys here for?
We'll be here for maybe another 4 or 5 days, depending on how business goes.
Okay, alright. I mean, I'm just window shopping today. But, yeah, you might have a future customer on your hand. I take it and give it back.
Much obliged. Much obliged. Yeah.
Has this
Anything
been
else you
enough
want to
of a distraction?
So you're done with... Okay, so what are you doing? Sorry, you want to do something?
I was just gonna do something meanwhile, but I can let Trey do her distraction.
Yeah, sure. So...
Oh, Trey kind of still looking at the sword, kind of tries to look at the other things on display to see if there's any medals from her home.
Metals?
Yeah, like medals
Oh,
used
like
in weapons.
Okay.
That was kind of...
You're on the Sky Continent, so... I would say no, nothing you recognize from where you come from, especially because that's more of like an outcast continent.
Mhm.
It's like, we don't want your stuff.
Yeah.
No thanks. Okay, so are you trying to steal the sword?
Trey kind of like looks at it for a little bit and then it's like, I think I have enough room back here to put 2 swords, and she would just attempt.
Okay.
She will attempt.
Make a sleight of hand check. Let's see how it goes.
Well, we're gonna go with a 13.
Okay. As the conversation is wrapping up with you, you see the man just mutter something under his breath. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Cool. Oh my god. 15.
Are you missing the box?
No, it's going
It
in the
bounces
box
out.
and then bounce out.
Okay, 15?
Yeah.
You sheathe the sword in your back. You think no one's noticed. And then you feel a massive weight on your back. The sword suddenly becomes like 10, 20, 30 times heavier than it was, and you just tip backwards.
Oh, nice. This is great.
And you fall onto the floor.
Well,
Excuse me.
I was just testing it out, see what it feels like to have 2 swords in the back. I wasn't trying to do anything else, I'm really interested.
Clearly.
I'm really interested in the sword, so I just wanted to see if...
Thank you.
Pulls out the sword and just...
Good day. And he puts the sword back on the wall. Are you doing anything before I go to Niavara and the distraction?
So, meanwhile that's happening, I go over to Niavara and ask, so based on this quill and those books Luft found, I think these guys really love their hidden messages, and I'm not really good with stuff like thieves' cant, so I'm just asking to keep an eye on that stuff.
I will. Don't
Thanks.
Okay, yeah. With the amount of roleplay that happened there, I think you've got a sufficient distraction. So what would you like to do?
Is there I don't know how ships work. Is there a downstairs?
Make a perception check.
Also check for other rooms.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 19.
Pretty
21.
Good. Pretty good. Okay. So yeah, you were on the top deck, then you came down into the middle deck. You can't see any good way to get to the lower deck. You can't see any sets of stairs. You can't see any rooms. You are unsure as to how one would get to the lowest deck.
I kind of hesitate for a moment because it's like fuck. And I just decided, look, I don't know if I can really investigate. I may as well have a look at the stuff for myself.
Okay. The man comes up to you specifically and says, well, hi. I couldn't help but noticing. You've got a nice dagger there. May I examine?
I apologize. I'm not too fond of people handling my weapons.
With all due respect, of course, yes. Customer satisfaction is one of our big mottos.
However,
Yes.
you can say no because I imagine it'd be unfair. I'd like to look at any daggers you may have.
Of course, that's what we're here for. He takes you to quite a nice daggers, display of daggers. A lot of them have jewels embedded into them. Some of them are made of like pure ivory. Some of them are ceremonial daggers. Now, by
Can I
your
follow that because I'm also interested in daggers.
of course. Now, by your interests, it looks like you want something to perhaps be more subtle, and I think you want something that just dishes out the pain.
Actually, I put my dagger. Actually, if you want to inspect, you can. Just have a quick look.
Oh, okay, of course. And he holds the dagger in one hand and holds his hand over the other hand over the top, and you would recognize this as an identify spell. This is definitely something you've got here. Not only does it have a variety of magical effects, the power of this weapon will grow with its wielder. We would offer, and he hands it back to you. We would offer a great amount of gold for this.
It's not for sale. I'm gonna need this for really specialized jobs, but I do appreciate it.
Oh, all right. No worries. And so, yeah.
Wait, sorry. Did I see Trey try to steal the sword?
You would have seen Trey fall on her back.
Can I? So I would kind of know that she tried to steal it.
Yeah, you can infer.
I just go. But also, I point to the sword. How much would that be?
That sword over there, the one your friend wanted to test out. It is. Okay, so that one is valued at 470 gold.
I see. Never mind.
For the player's benefits, the sword basically is a +1 greatsword, and when you hit with it, you deal an extra 1d6 cold damage, and it's called Cold to the Wave.
Damn.
I kind of muttered to Trey. I would like to steal it myself, but I'm not used to stealing such large objects.
Yeah, I'm pretty upset about not taking it out. But hey, there's always tomorrow.
Hopefully this Samuel guy, if we catch him, has a lot of gold on him.
I hope so too. I spent it all on seed. Goddamn seed.
Okay. Any other tidbits? You can keep browsing. If you want to look at armor or shields, there are a bunch of potions on the wall as well, if that interests you.
I'll ask, do you have any daggers that come in pairs and might have benefits to being used as a pair?
He looks. He thinks about it for a second, and he gestures towards a pair of ruby hilted daggers. These daggers here, when used in tandem, will essentially char anyone you attack. So fire damage. It deals extra fire damage when you're hit with them.
Sounds nice.
And if you land a hit with both of them, then it deals even more fire damage.
Right. How much might they be?
The pair will be 950.
I'll make a note of that.
Upon seeing the potions, Trey kind of turns to the guy and goes, "Do you know any potion makers? Do you have one on the ship?"
I do most of the portion work here, or we collect from other people who are selling and then sell them here. Is there anything you're looking for specifically?
No, it's not important at the moment. It's just kind of interested in some potions that I'm at the moment unaware of what exactly they are, but that can wait another time.
Are you sure?
Yeah, not right now. Not.
Okay. I know what you're asking about. Any other shopping you want to do? Window shopping? I know you can't afford any of this. There are things you can afford, but they would be significantly underwhelming for you guys. So
I've come to the conclusion like, yeah, I can't afford any of this.
I wait for a moment when he's talking to someone else and go up and see if like there's any other ships that look more like a one that might be Samuel's shipment.
as I said, there's a fishing vessel, a small one, and a passenger vessel, much larger. Looks you think of like probably not modern day cruise liner, but like maybe 1970s cruise or something like that.
And like in the docks, is there any like shady activity?
Make another perception.
Okay. 13.
13.
Yeah.
I would say no. Also, I'd like to make an addendum because for Trey, because I just realized this is in the notes for the thingo. When you started like referring to, I know what you're referring to. It's in your bag, right? Strapped to your side. Yeah. So you could feel your bag getting warmer.
Is there anything that is like not potion or weapon or armor related that they're selling?
They have a bunch of okay. Well, if you look over here, we've got a cloak of protection. Basically, mechanically, it will give you a +2 to armor class. I know, so it gives you a +1 to armor class and all saving throws.
You don't even have to say the price. I know that's way too expensive.
It seems that way, yes.
So is the ship clean?
Pardon?
Is the ship clean?
Is the ship clean? Is that me asking me or the asking the NPC?
I'm asking you.
Oh, from what you can tell, yes.
Alright, cool.
Based on your rolls, you think it's pretty good.
Trey would like to just nod to the guy, head off this boat and start heading towards the passenger ship.
Okay, sure.
I'll follow Trey then.
Yeah.
I'm also going to leave. I have nothing more here.
Yeah, there's nothing else to do on the ship, so I'm gonna go.
Thank you guys. Come again.
You too.
Thank
Have a good
you.
day.
I may be back.
Me too.
Everyone might be back.
Yeah, maybe.
Just need a fuck ton of money.
Or a good plan.
This is if you want to set up a heist film, Ocean's 4, go for it.
I kind of look at like the more bottom part of the ship and kind of give it like a side eye kind of look.
Yeah. Okay. So you two are heading to the passenger.
I'm going to follow them, but like
At a
many steps
distance?
behind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll follow them at a much closer
Okay.
pace.
You're greeted by a tiefling. Has very sandy blonde hair. Kind of very jovial vibe, and he just greets you. He's like, "Hey, welcome. What can I do for you?"
Did you arrive today?
Yes. We're just stopping for a few hours, and then we'll be taking off.
Is it okay if I could get onto the boat? There's something I want to check. It's very important with the town and the system.
Are you heading down to the next town down, or are you
Just,
buying a ticket?
it's not going to be too long, just about like 15-20 minutes tops.
Just stay here. I'm gonna go check with the boss.
Okay.
Um,
What happens if the shipment wasn't item-based but person-based?
They're shipping people.
You never know. What happens if a being is so important that...
The man comes back a few minutes later and is like, roll a persuasion check, by the way.
Okay, that's going to be 17.
It's all good with the bus, so if you want to quickly come check it out, don't take too long.
Thank you,
yeah.
thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And Trey is just gonna start heading down.
Sure.
Is that for everyone or just Trey?
I'd assume if you're all together, if you're trailing behind, maybe you.
I'll stay outside.
I was gonna do something if it was.
Yeah, if you can head on if you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's up to you guys. So the three of you are heading on, and you're keeping watch. Okay, cool. Yeah. So what would you like to do? There are 4 decks on this one. There's the top deck. There's the second tier. The second tier is more like a dining area for the passengers of the ship. The third one is sleeping quarters for the crew, and then the fourth one is sleeping quarters for the passengers.
Trey is immediately just gonna start just looking everywhere for any sort of like.
Are you going to barge into just random rooms?
No, we're not gonna do that. Just like as a general like.
Okay, you're doing a general sweep of the area. Make an investigation check because you have these two with them. You can do it with advantage.
Okay. Oh, is that cocked or is that nat 20? I don't know.
I'd say that's not clocked. That's fine.
Okay, nat
Nat
20
20.
then.
Cool. A few confused faces. Nothing that concerns you. It's weird that a passenger liner this big would stop at a town this small, but nothing catches your attention like, oh my god, they're shipping this thing for that person. So yeah.
Is there like a member of the crew about?
Yeah, you can probably catch one of the crew members about.
I quickly stop one of the crew. Like, excuse me.
Oh hi, yes.
Hi. I'm just curious about your route.
Oh yes. We're just heading down the river.
Oh yeah, of course, absolutely. I was just curious because this is an awful large liner, cruise, or a ship, but it seems a little odd for this size to stop at a town this small.
Oh, we were just running out of fuel, and so we had to just stop by to just get some supplies. We were running out of food rations as well. We had a bigger turnout in terms of passengers than we expected.
Oh, no kidding. No, that's cool. That's totally fine. I was just just curious.
Of course.
I'm sure a town's never seen anything quite this large before.
Are you joining the cruise?
Yes, I'm a dancer. I'm an entertainer.
Oh, of course, yes.
Yeah. Am I with them or am I alone?
I'd assume you'd be there with them.
Yeah, I just kind of hope that bought us time.
How well do you know the passengers?
I mean, they're just customers, man. They come, they go, they do their thing.
Can you recognize customers? Like, do you know?
We've been with these specific customers for a while, yes. I could probably recognize a few of them.
Do you know one maybe 5'9" scar on the shoulder?
Not that I know of, no.
Feeling like they have the ship covered, I'm actually going to get off and start checking out that other, you said just cargo ship, was it?
No, so there was the merchant ship, the one with all the weapons. There was the passenger ship, which you're currently, and then the fishing vessel.
Oh yeah, the fishing. Yeah, I want to check that one out.
Okay. I'll come back to you in a second.
Yeah, sure.
Oh shit. Roll me after dice.
Yeah, I messaged her about it. Trey's just gonna thank the crewman. Before that, is there any way I can get it in contact to talking to your captain?
Our captain is very busy at the moment, just running some errands.
This is very urgent.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Yeah. Oh, that's in that one.
Ma'am, I'm really sorry. I don't think there's anything we can do at the moment.
When will you leave?
We leave maybe in like 2 hours or so.
Do you think I'd be able to talk to them then?
I will go ask, but don't get your hopes up.
Please do, please.
Okay. And she runs off. So we'll go to you. You're going onto the fishing vessel.
Yeah.
Okay. You're met by a very, very old-looking dwarf. Grey hair, kind of like, almost like he'd been shocked by lightning. Like it's going everywhere. Welcome. Hi. What can I do for you?
Hello, friend. You're an interesting individual. I'm just from the town authority. I wanna
town authority, you say, huh?
just wanna want to know about how business is going and all?
Business is great. Why are you here?
I just want to keep track of things. I'm supposed to do that, I guess, but don't be worried about that sort of thing. I'm not the higher ups. Have you by chance, have you gotten any jobs from this? You'll know him if you've seen him. This guy with a huge scar on his shoulder, green eyes, about 5'9". He was supposed to get a shipment today, so that's all I know.
I haven't seen anyone like that, no.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, do you mind if I check out how your stocks are going? I might purchase something myself.
Go for it. It's a very tiny ship. It's like,
Alright.
yeah, it's like probably 3/4 of the size of this room long.
Yeah.
And it's just a simple rowboat. We got some nice fish over here. Do you want to buy any of it? Please buy some of it. Please.
Just looking at the fish, do I see any signs of like hidden cargo or something like that?
Make a perception check for the fish.
Yeah. Like around the fish, not in the fish, but that's 13.
You don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Alright. Well, that's a nice amount of fish you got.
You want some?
How much is that one?
This fish.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I assume you like. Let's say one of the fish you point to is about like yay long. He's like, that one I could part. Maybe like one gold piece. One gold piece for that one. It's all in an honest day's work. I need the money. Please.
Alright, I'll have it. I'll take it.
Thank you.
One gold. Yeah, I tell Socks, you're gonna have a nice dinner.
At least it's not 140 gold.
Overspending for pet food.
1 gold is quite reasonable for that fish.
Yeah, 1 gold is a bit different to
140 for grain.
Yeah.
You want some eel? And he lifts up just a massive eel.
I'd love to come back for that some other day, but I think I have enough fish for...
But I can give it to you now, just for some gold.
I know you can, but... no thanks. Sir?
Alright.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay. Okay.
That's fine.
It is. I hope
Goodbye.
it's fine. Good. I'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Alright.
Sorry, what the rest of you doing? That's an awkward question.
Since I've established myself as like an entertainer, I'm gonna split from Trey to go into any like staff exclusive rooms and search for anything that might be out of the ordinary.
Okay. Yeah.
Should I roll for that?
Yeah, we'll go for it.
Alright.
Perception.
That one.
You get, suffice to say, you get distracted by a few pretty faces on the boat because they try to keep like a really nice looking crew on board because that attracts the customers. Capitalism. Yeah, so unfortunately you do get distracted by some peoples. Yeah, at this point, can I get Tywin to make a wisdom save?
15. Let me just double check that before you say. Oh no, it's less. It's 13.
Okay, you hear a familiar voice in your mind. Well, hello, Tywin. I see you've been looking for me. You even went to my house. You bloody idiot.
Is this in my head?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can respond. You can talk. You can talk freely back.
Samuel, what are you doing injecting yourself into my mind?
Just have
It's a crowded place in here already.
I'm sorry. Out of that, where are you right now? You're
I'm like on the dock itself. Like I'm outside the ships because I didn't follow them in.
Who's on the passenger ship? You and you? And you're on the fishing vessel. Well, you were on the fishing vessel. Okay, my friend, stop looking for me, because that nice little boat you're next to might not be there for long.
Well, I only hear him, right? So I don't see
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hand action. So I just hear him go.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, Samuel. But hey, I mean, all you gotta do is return the stuff you stole from your father to your father, and then I'll stop looking for you.
Where's the fun in that, Tavern?
Doesn't have to be fun. Just has to be logical.
Well, this little game of cat and mouse has been certainly fun for me. I think I'll have it continue for a while.
So you do identify as a mouse. You
And
consider
you're a
yourself
failure
a
of a
mouse
cat.
in this situation, so you understand that I'm the predator and you're the prey.
Yes, but you're an incompetent predator at that.
Alright, get out of my head.
Alright then, goodbye.
Bye.
And the voice fades.
Which boat did he say?
The boat you're right next to.
Which one's that?
The passenger liner. With.
The one these two are on.
Yes.
I'm going to rush, but not look like I'm rushing.
Okay.
Like fast walk into the passenger liner.
Okay.
Um,
At this point, you hear a loud, thunderous crash. Everyone hears this. As the ship that the three of you are on suddenly lurches violently to one side and lists, and you start to hear 1, 5, 10, hundreds of screams of passengers and crew on the ship. As the boat tilts suddenly and starts sinking into the water, and that's what we're going to tonight.
I was going to say that's a cliffhanger. Okay, do you want me to wrap up the?
Sure, yeah, go for it.
Thank you for tuning in for our first official stream. We had a test stream last week, but this was our first real one. There's still some things we're working out, so still bear with us, but make sure to definitely subscribe to the channel. Then you'll be able to see when the streams go up, you'll be able to see when the streams after they're done, they will go up as their own separate videos. And we're also going to be posting highlights and anything else we have. We also have Tumblr, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. The name is at the bottom of the screen. It's Dice Rev DND. But it's at the bottom of the screen now. It's also should be in the description of this video and every video we put out. If you have any suggestions for us, if you have anything you want us particularly to do, let us know in the comments or on social media. I'm sure we'll follow that.
I've got a quick few things to say. Next week, I don't think we will be streaming because we'll be down at Jordan. We might be down at Hamish. So next week is a definite no. The week after that, we're unsure as to what's happening, but we hope to be back then. If not the week after, we will definitely
the best way to
announce
find
that.
out, follow us on the social media of your choice, and we will, as soon as we know when we've scheduled something in, we will post it on the social media, and you'll be able to find that out. But otherwise, please make sure to subscribe, and thanks for tuning in today. It was a good 3-hour stream, and we hope to do it again soon. So we will catch you later.
Hell yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.